So, you guys have been through quite a lot today. Clearly, there's been like this massive brain dump on you, like so much information. So, by the time you get to integrate, you're like, of course, that's natural. Of course I'm going to integrate it. I've systemized it, I've put things into place. It's just called do it, right? But it's just not that simple. If integration was easy, then, well, it just wouldn't be a step there. But removing step number 5 is about making your system is about as graceful as watching somebody walk down the beach in high heels. Okay? It's a little wonky, a little bit funky, and it'll eventually just fall flat on its face. So you definitely want to make sure you get to integrate right. This piece is actually, in my opinion, probably one of the most important components of you actually putting something into your business. Anything new into your business needs to have a good integration. So that's what I'm going to be going through today. So basically, what is integration? So I've just sort of talked about it a little bit just then, but for me, integration is like getting the circus under control, or perhaps getting all your soldiers to march in line. When you get everything pointed in the right direction, all the arrows are going in the right way, then that means everything else can follow suit. And if you don't get integration right, then you've got arrows pointing that way. You've got monkeys hanging off the far end. They're not supposed to be there. The lion's eating, you know, the lady dancing around with the beard, or whatever it might be. So integration is effectively the correct way of moving, putting into place systems into your business. So it's a little bit more than just doing it. Well, a lot more than just doing it. So what are the integration steps? Well, thankfully, I have a list for you all. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, oh, the 2 of them happen at one time. So the first thing that we're going to talk about, in my opinion, because I'm a people person, I like people, they have these things called personalities. So they come as a package. So I like to talk about people because unless you have one of those businesses that's completely run by AI, and there's probably an argument that they have personalities too, right? So unless you have a business that's completely run by robots, you're going to have to get personalities under control. You're going to have to understand. So we're going to go into a lot of detail about that. The next thing we're going to talk about is the integrator, which is obviously the person that does the integration. So we're going to go through the details about that. Then the next thing is we're going to talk about the buy-in. So the buy-in process is part of the integrator role, which we'll go into some more detail. Then we're going to go through handling resistance. How many of you guys have more than a couple of employees? Ooh, that's like almost everyone in the room. How many of you ever come up against resistance? I think more hands went up that time, right? Double hand, double hand. The reason why is because why? They got personalities. So we're going to handle how you deal with resistance. Then the next thing we're going to do is go through the integration steps. So by this point, I would have gone through the integration component, but I'll actually go through and just kind of high level talk about the integration steps. And then the last bit, the fun part, is I'm going to talk about the reality behind this really happening. You all are in love right now because you're all like, I'll go get systems into my business and I'm going to be able to go away and it's going to run and make millions. But there's a reality behind this because there's some hard work in actually getting the process into place. But if you get all of these steps right, the reality is beautiful. The outcome is amazing. So once we go through all of this, I think at the end we'll probably just get up and do a little bit of a dance, all right? So is everyone prepared for that? I'm just telling you now.